And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
I'm not paying for nothing, my nigga. I don't care. I don't care, bro.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released...
I love the GameCube, and I love how they're trying to pander to GameCube fans to get them to apply for this, because I said in the beginning, if I have to pay for online or some type of online service, I'm not doing it. But then they said GameCube games. Now, hold on a second. What games?
In 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour.
F-Zero,
30 machines
GX,
will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Hey, okay. Now this is the online you gotta pay for?
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
These are the first games that they're releasing.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future.
All right. I have this physical. A friend of mine has this. I could have bought this a long time ago. Should have, didn't. And Chibi Rebo is still out there, but like less expensive, but still expensive actually. Luigi's Mansion. A friend of mine's got a copy of that. My cousin has a copy of it still. I actually still have this Pokemon game.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion.
So, is it limited to just certain games, or are there going to be others?
Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a
June
dedicated
5th.
controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access game chat.
Okay.
The Nintendo GameCube controller.
Their own personal controller. That's crazy.
Exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play selected.
But there's a short limited amount, so they're not coming out with the whole GameCube collection. They're coming out with a limited amount of games, which is respectable.
Games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games.
So that means they don't have to come out with like remember they came out with Metroid Remake, and that gave them hype to come out with a new Metroid, right? It was Dread and then Metroid Remake, and then Metroid Remake, then Metroid 5, which was Dread, and now Metroid Prime 4. So think about it. If you want to play any Metroid Prime games, this is their good opportunity to drop Metroid 2 Echoes on that instead of them dropping a physical edition. Because Nintendo don't seem to be the people to keep dropping Metroid games. They dropped Metroid 1 to still see if there was people willing to buy this to put back into 4. And then the Metroid Dread came out. So they had 1 and then they had Dread. And then when Metroid 1 came out, then Dread came out. And then that still, Nintendo was like, okay. there's still love for Samus, because that was literally what they were doing. Think about it. If Metroid Prime came out this year, which it is, 4 is coming out, Dread was Metroid 5, was Metroid Prime 5. Metroid 5, not Prime. The Metroid series on that side, right? The Prime series is different, right? But the because the Metroid series was literally for like Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, right? And then like just regular Metroid where Samus showed up, like classic. And now Metroid Dread will be the 5th in that series. So you gotta think about this, and then Super Metroid. So it's Super Metroid, Zero Mission, Metroid, and then Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, and now Dread. So that's the 5th one. So if Dread is here, which is the 5th installment, and Nintendo said, "Hey, we need to know if there's love for this Nintendo game still, because look, they're coming out with a controller and brand new games online style for the Nintendo Switch to see if GameCube fans are rich enough to come back to their new console instead of playing the old pixelated shit." Because I would love to play Metroid Prime Echoes 2, 3, and maybe other M. Probably not, right? For the new Nintendo Switch 2, right? I would like that. I would much enjoy that. Why? Because Nintendo said it. This is what they believe. They were like, if we're gonna make a new Metroid game, we need to know if this is worth creating another story, drawing something, writing something, building something for the new Metroid Prime. And what they did was they dropped Metroid 1, and then Metroid Dread. And then they said, let's wait for the sales. And the sales spoke for themselves. Now that they're coming out with this, they don't have to drop Metroid Echoes 2. They don't have to drop Echoes. They don't have to drop Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. They don't have to. They can just throw it on here. Brand new, HD, remastered. Boom shakalaka. It's on our Nintendo games.
Day as the hardware's
Come on,
released.
bro. Think about that.
And
On
a
June
dedicated
5th,
controller designed
you have a brand new GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch, with just the C button for sharing. And now you can play GameCube games like Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And then 3. Come on, bro. And 4 is right around the corner. Nintendo was like, here you go. They know what they're doing, bro. They know exactly what they're doing. And I fucking thought about it. Because they don't have to drop a physical edition of 2 and 3. They don't have to do that. They can just drop it on here. HD remastered. Come on, bro.
after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button
as
to
they're
quickly
dropping these
access
controllers,
Game Chat.
as they're dropping new shit. We gotta think
Nintendo
about it.
GameCube
Nintendo
controller,
really is out
exclusively
here
available for
making a new exclusive GameCube controller. The Nintendo store in New York City is going to be packed. That Nintendo store is gonna be around the fucking block. Cause imagine being the first nigga online the day before to get a Nintendo Switch 2. I would never camp out for a console. But if I would want to have the credit to be the first one to get Nintendo Switch 2. Because what they say, you can't camp out days before. Like, you can't camp out days before. Like, you can't do that. Not days before, like months before. You cannot camp out months before. It is almost impossible to do that. Because the store, they're going to tell you, because they have security, they have literal security from Rockefeller Center and security from the Nintendo store watching that entire area to make sure people are okay, because it is important that they don't get robbed, stabbed. It's been a while since I believe people have stood outside of Nintendo for a game release like this. It's been a minute, I believe. But I know damn well people are standing outside for Nintendo Switch 2 when the games are released, because now they're making it worth other people's while. It's not worth my while. I'm not that big of a fan of Nintendo like that, but I love Nintendo products.
Nintendo Switch Online members
But like I said,
will also be available
a
the same
GameCube
day as
controller,
Nintendo
classic,
Switch 2.
Purple controller, telling
Whether
you
you're
they're
familiar with the
going to
games
drop
or haven't played them
Echoes
before,
and Metroid 3.
We
watch.
hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
Classics.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2.
They know what they're doing.
Shit.
Getting bit on drum.
This is the last one.
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill.
This is the
Some
last
of you
one.
niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas falling like autumn, nigga. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous.
Yeah, man.
Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden?